welcome to Moms on Mics. I'm Joanne.
I'm Cash.
And I'm Sophia.
Okay, I'm going to tell you my funny story. So, I went to the lake on Saturday and it was super nice, beautiful, 26 degrees, whatever, and I'm having a great time sunbathing. Sunday, I decide to go because I'm like, well, it's pretty nice still. Well, it was windy as fuck. It was so hard to like paddle out to the middle of the lake, but I do it and I'm so proud of myself. And I'm like, I'm gonna have some me time. So I drop my anchor and I'm laying back and I'm like having a great time. And every once in a while, I would like kind of look around me just to make sure everything's okay. Well, my dumbass is attached to this anchor, and the wind is blowing so much that I'm basically in the middle of the lake being spun around in circles because I'm attached to this anchor. And the only reason I realized because I was like, I like that house. And then I would like a couple of minutes later, oh, that's the other side. I like that house. And so then when I paddle back in, the like young girl at the like lake house, whatever, she goes, so you were spinning around pretty good out there, eh? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I just anchored. And she's like, yeah, from here, because we have to like look out on the binoculars to make sure everyone's good. You're just going around and around. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
that's
no.
so funny.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, so everybody could see. And she's like, well, you were going pretty quick. So yeah, I'm like, oh no. And how I didn't get like seasick or like was really aware, I think because I was trying to feed the fish and the birds again. So yeah, so that was me just whipping around in circles in the middle of the
What are you
lake.
feeding them?
So I bought pond fish food.
Oh my
This-
God.
So they stock our lake. They stock it with, I don't know, fish. Trying to sound all up on my fish, but I have no idea. Fish. They're black. Sometimes they jump. Sometimes they like come quite high, but you can see the whole fish kind of thing.
Mhm.
I have no idea what kind they are. So anyway, so I got this like I ordered this bag of pond fish food off Amazon, thinking I'm getting this little tiny bag. It's this massive bag. I'm like, God damn, this is gonna last me years trying to feed these fish. But I just kind of it's really cute when they hop out and I don't
Everyone's
think
going to be excited because they're going to get some massive fish.
right because
Some.
it's me feeding them. And on Saturday, when I got the great videos, well, they would have been a lot better if I was better making sure I was hitting record when they were coming. Anyway, so I was feeding the seagulls and I was feeding them my movie theater popcorn, which they really enjoyed, by the way. Because there was so many. Like it started off this one guy, like this one little seagull. I'm like, oh, little guy all lonely by yourself. Let me toss you some popcorn. And then all his friends came. I was like, well, hello. But yeah,
Remember when I was trying to feed the seagulls cheese spread?
yes, I was thinking of that. I was like, I wonder if I sit still.
I literally did
And
that.
yeah, that's what I was
Literally
thinking. I
sat
was
with a piece of cheese bread in my hand with my arm up in the air, waiting for the seagull to just swoosh down and grab it from me.
I
got
think they would have.
close,
It yeah.
but
Yeah.
not close enough.
I think on Saturday they would have taken it out of my hand. They were so close. On Saturday, feeding the birds started by I was eating the popcorn on my board, laying down, and I dropped some because that's the hot mess that I was, and it like rolled off my shoulder and into the lake. And I was like, it's fine. Until I hear this splash, 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 splash right by my head, and I'm getting wet, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it was a seagull that came and took the popcorn. And I was like, oh, thanks for terrifying me. But I'm like, that was really adorable. I wonder if I could get it on video. So then I start feeding it my popcorn. Yeah. So that was my fun.
So people on paddle boards are going to have to watch out for the seagulls now too.
Right? They're going to be like, hey, they're back. They'll be attacking the paddle boarders for food. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this episode, we are talking about self-care. So, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, self-care is the practice of doing activities that you enjoy or that are relaxing, especially in order to improve or avoid stress. Google refers to self-care as the practice of intentionally engaging in activities that promote your overall physical, mental, and emotional well-being, helping you to maintain health, manage stress, and cope with life's challenges. According to Dr. Caroline Pergesi, president of the Association for Humanistic Counseling and a faculty member at the Southern New Hampshire University. Self-care isn't as simple as taking bubble baths and forgetting about your problems. It refers to all actions and activities that improve areas of your wellness. There are small ways that you can practice self-care throughout the day, Pergesi said, like noticing your breathing and practicing mindful awareness, which can assist with emotional regulation and highlight how you're engaging with the world, she said.
We've all heard the speech from the flight attendants that you need to put your own oxygen mask on before you help anyone else. And that is also true in our everyday life, especially moms. We are no good to our kids, to our husbands or partners, to our jobs if we are burnt out, depressed, or have given up. We have to take care of ourselves, both physically and mentally. Physically, we need to ensure we are eating properly. That could include not skipping meals, eating healthier, eating less, or eating more depending on each person. Getting some form of exercise daily. That doesn't mean we have to go to the gym every day or do a 5K run every day. It could be as simple as going for a walk around the block, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, running after your kids at the park, anything that gets you moving more. Make time to go to the doctors when needed. Regular visits to dentists and eye doctors. Get the required amount of sleep. And remember personal hygiene. Rest when needed. Nobody can run at full throttle. 100% of the time, slow down and remember to take a rest day every once in a while. Your body needs to recharge.
Mental and physical health is fundamentally linked. There are multiple associations between mental health and chronic physical conditions that significantly impact people's quality of life. Our mental health can affect us in ways you may not even realize. Being in a good mental state can keep you healthy and help prevent serious health conditions. A study found that positive psychological well-being can reduce the risks of heart attacks and strokes. Poor mental health can affect your physical health in various ways. Poor psychological health can disrupt your ability to think clearly, make healthy decisions, and fight off chronic diseases. Over time, neglecting your mental well-being can lead to severe health conditions and health problems such as high blood pressure or high heart rate, heart disease, obesity, gastro issues, weakened immune system, premature death. One of the most common mental illnesses, depression, can cause fatigue, sleeping problems, and unexplainable aches and pains due to issues in the signaling pathways in the brain. According to the United States Centers for Disease Control, depression and anxiety are associated with an increased risk of coronary heart disease and heightened blood pressure. While taking steps towards living a healthy lifestyle can help improve your mental and physical health, some people might need professional help to manage their psychological health, and that's completely normal. You can now assess mental health treatment from the comfort of your own home. Positive self-talk is key to good health, and therapy can help you identify problematic thoughts, behaviors, and feelings and replace them with more positive ones, combined with positive lifestyle choices. Therapy can help you achieve good health inside and out.
Do you guys like candy corn?
My favorite.
Do you really?
Look. Oh, yeah. Look.
Oh my God!
Shit. Dropped it. I, too, have a bag of candy corn.
Oh my God! Cash, where's your candy corn, man?
I don't have it. I don't really eat candy because of these aligners.
Oh, yeah. Everybody laughs at me. So last Halloween was the first time that I ever tried candy corn because everyone's like, candy corn's so gross. And like all the like memes and stuff on Facebook, I'm like, what the fuck is candy corn? So I purposely went out and bought some last year and I'm like, this shit's amazing. This is so good.
It's like eating plastic that tastes really good.
So I'm like doing some little self-care right now, eating my candy corn. And while you guys are talking, I'm like, oh.
Me too.
That's so funny. You're the first person I have met that actually also likes candy corn.
Oh, I love candy corn.
Everyone makes fun of me. In the summer, they had candy corn that was, you know, the like ice lollies? That's not what you guys call them.
Ice lollies.
Popsicles?
Lollipops?
Yep,
Oh,
like but the
popsicle.
like yeah, the
Oh,
frozen ones, right? You know the one that's like the rocket?
Mm-hmm.
yep.
They had candy corn versions of the rocket,
Ah.
but they were like the shape. They were so good. I think I hurt my teeth with those. Give myself some self-care with the candy. And now I need to go and get that dentist appointment. Okay, so interesting fact. Did you know that most people that suffer with ADHD or autism have gastrointestinal issues? Like something like IBS kind of thing?
I've
Yeah.
heard it, but my nephew's also ADHD, so that my sister was told that.
Yeah, it's very common. And the funny thing is, so I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was like 22, and I have been struggling with like stomach issues and stuff for years. Like after I had my like stomach surgeries and stuff with that, and one of them that should have absolutely fixed all the stuff, I was like, no, I can't eat. Every time I eat, I feel gross. Sometimes it's worse than others. And my doctor has done like all these tests and stuff. No one ever clued in to tell me it could just be part of your like ADHD autism situation going on. I found out
That's
like
interesting.
about a year or
Because
so ago.
I
Yeah.
know I'm ADHD. I've been ADHD my whole, actually it's called ADD now, I think.
Yep.
I think they left the H out.
No, so
No,
Or is it the other way around?
other way around. Yeah.
It's the other way around, ADHD.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know I am. I've been my whole life. And I've also suffered from massive gut issues my whole life as well. So, and I've
Yeah.
never connected the two. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people have no idea. And even like there's no cure for the stomach issues that go along with it. It's just part of the symptoms. Something about, oh, I really should have looked it up. It's something to do with like you know how we can have like hyperextension with like muscles and joints and stuff like that and or like a high pain tolerance. So it's something along the same lines. It's like a neurological response or something. Someone's gonna be yelling at me, being like, "That's not exactly what it is," but I don't remember the details. But it's just something that goes along with it. So it totally makes sense that when you're like, if you're mentally struggling with like stress or depression or whatever because of not taking the time to like for the self-care and stuff, that you could end up with gastrointestinal issues, and it's frustrating, man. I have heating pads on every floor. I have travel heating pads that are just, they stay in my suitcase because every time I fly, like I love the destinations. I hate the flying, so I'm like a wreck. And so I end up giving myself stomach issues and stuff. And yeah, so I got heating pads everywhere. And Tums and the I always call it Gastons. That's not what they're called because that's a Disney character. But it's something. It's like this thing that I chew for like indigestion.
Gaviscon?
Yes, thank you. See how I can mix that up.
I use that all the time too because I have bad heartburn. But I also found out I have one of those things in my stomach.
Oh, an ulcer?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Because ever since I had my daughter, I can't eat eggs. Sometimes I can, and then sometimes like it's like heartburn straight up, and I could blow fire right out of my mouth eating them.
I always assumed heartburn is when you like when it feels burning. Because I'm like, why is it called heartburn if nothing's, I'm like, there's no burning. I'm like, it's pressure is what it is. It's pressure. He's like, well, that could be heartburn. It could be indigestion. I'm like, then why the fuck is it called heartburn? Because the autistic side of me is like very literal. So if you call it heartburn, it should feel like in this area where my heart is, it feels on fire. And he's like, well, that's
Yeah.
not really. I'm like, then it's not heartburn. Because-
Yeah, I always thought that too. I'm like, I
Right?
did for many years, I didn't even know what heartburn was, right? Because I'm
Right.
like, well, it's like a burn in your heart, right? And then I started getting heartburn. I'm like, oh, I'm like this feeling, and my husband's like, that's heartburn, and I'm like, what? I'm like, that's like going up my throat. That's nothing to do with my heart.
Oh, see, I don't get it in my throat. Like,
I kind of feel it like between my throat and my chest.
mine's
sort
like
of.
right under where my boobs
Oh,
is
interesting.
normally. Yeah. And
That's
he's
where
like,
your gallbladder is.
right, but they
Yeah.
checked and they're like, your gallbladder looks fine.
You're just a weird
Right? I
All
know.
these weird things happen to you.
They do. And it's so frustrating. It makes me so annoyed. And I'm like, when it happens, it is so painful. So this whole long tangent rant segue was to agree with what we just read about mental health causing physical issues. You're welcome. I'm sorry. So again, the ADHD person derailed the entire thing. Gotta take care of your physical health is basically what I'm getting at. Your mental health and your physical health, they go hand in hand. If you're not taking care of one, the other could suffer,
Hmm.
right? So, dispelling the myth that self-care is self-indulgent is the first step to practicing self-care. I don't know if it happens as much anymore, I would say, but I find when my kids were little, seemed more like I was being self-indulgent, taking time to myself, having them with grandma or dad. Heaven forbid dad. I hate this term, but heaven forbid dad babysit. It's not babysitting, they're your own fucking kids. Right? If you leave them with dad for a night or for, oh my goodness, gasp, a whole weekend when they're young, like it's not self-indulgent. It's not. Everybody needs self-care. Everyone needs time to themselves. So self-care is intentional and enriches our lives. It has benefits beyond ourselves because it helps us show up better to others too. When we're cunty, that affects y'all. I'm just saying. Like, if I have not had some me time, I get cunty. Everyone else does not like it. So, in fact, regular quality self-care has been shown to improve mental health, enhance self-esteem and self-worth, increase optimism, and lessen symptoms of anxiety and depression. It can also help build resilience so you're better able to handle life's many stressors and challenges. There's no one size fits all when it comes to self-care. Our own needs, lifestyle, and preferences are unique, so how we take care of ourselves might be different from our friends or family's practices. Try out different things to learn what works best for you. Even what might be considered a small act can have a big impact on your mental health. Maybe it's talking to a friend, meditating, going for a walk. Just make sure it's something you enjoy so you can stay consistent with it and reap the full benefits. The days when everything feels heavy and even the thought of self-care seems like too much effort, we've all had them. What do you do on those days? How do we practice self-care then? Those days, it's about the small, consistent acts of self-care that will be the most important. Not the big grand gesture of spa days or weekends away, but the manageable daily or almost daily ritual that you can realistically stick to, even when you're overwhelmed. Maybe it's a specific 5-minute morning routine, a particular way you wind down, or even just one deep breath you take before responding to an email. Self-care is a daily practice you need to work on.
So, what can you do for little daily rituals? It can be as simple as morning or nightly showers, skincare routine, drinking a coffee or tea when the house is quiet and still, stretching when you wake up, putting your phone face down and stepping outside for 5 minutes every day. No music, no scrolling, just air and quiet. It doesn't matter if it's raining or sunny, just stand there. It sounds silly, but that tiny pause can remind you you exist outside the chaos. It's a great reset button. Drink water like it's your smoke break back in the day. Smokers used to be able to take smoke breaks periodically throughout the day. It was totally normal at work. You slipped outside for a few minutes to have a cigarette. Aside from the obvious health concerns of actually smoking, there was something in that 3 to 5 minute break throughout the day that was truly beneficial. It gave you a chance to breathe, nicotine and tar aside. You got to take those few minutes to reset, to calm down, to think or to not think, whichever you needed. As much as some employers were annoyed, claiming loss of production, the opposite was actually true. When their employees came back to work, they tended to work harder and more efficiently. So take a couple minutes to go have a drink of water like it's a smoke break.
I used to love my smoke breaks. I'm not gonna lie. When I was way, way younger. I think I stopped smoking when Tyler was when he was a baby. Like I didn't smoke throughout my pregnancies, but I smoked from the time I was like 13. and then stopped while I was pregnant and then took it up again after. And those smoke breaks, man, I used to love them because you just got that time to yourself, right? And way back then, so like 30 years ago, everybody smoked. So when you're like, hey, can I go for a smoke break? Your boss was like, yep, I'll see you out there. Like it just, you kind of rotated throughout the day who got a smoke break, and the poor non-smokers, those fuckers, they didn't get that break. And I was like, see ya. And I mean, I didn't clock out. Like I totally stayed on the clock. I went and I don't know, when I came back, I was refreshed. I mean, I'm sure there was somewhat of a nicotine high that got you working hard again real quick, but it just felt great. Like just to have that, like I
Yeah.
say, nicotine and tar, all the lung issues as an asthmatic. Okay, not great for me, but not that I would ever start smoking again, but I definitely recommend drink water like it's your cigarette break. Just be like,
Yeah.
even if you have to lie and tell your boss, I'm going for a smoke.
My son works a full-time job and he gets a 30-minute break and two 15-minute breaks. And now they're talking about adding an additional hour, so making it a 9-hour workday, but taking away the two 15s and only giving them a 30.
What?
Yeah. I was like,
How
what?
does labor laws say
Uh,
that's okay?
I don't know. He says that it's acceptable. So,
That is such bullshit. I
yeah.
mean, we know with our jobs, we don't technically get a break, right? Like, I mean, my kids nap, so
No,
I
but
do get that break then, but
yeah.
I could not imagine,
Yeah. Working 9 hours. So, yeah, because he
right?
works 8 hours and has two 15s and one 30.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, now you're going to work nine and we're going to take away your two 15s.
fuck. I'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna start smoking, so I can smoke break. I don't know if it's acceptable anymore, but that is bullshit. You know,
Yeah,
in it's either China or Japan, they do like a 30-minute nap during the workday. Production is goes through the roof. Like
yeah,
they did studies, and so a lot of companies there, they have a nap room and they all the employees go and they either nap at the same time or they have schedule or whatever they got to do. Everybody gets like a 30-minute nap and the production goes huge. When we work ourselves to death, we're tired. The
exactly.
you need a break. You need a
You do.
mental break. Like
Yeah.
you
And
can't,
in a 9-hour workday, you need more than 30 minutes. Like
right?
you're not gonna pull amazing work out of your guys if you're working them to death and only giving them a 30-minute break to scarf down some food real quick, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
So I drive my husband nuts because he's very much Gen X with a boomer mentality. And as a manager, he's like, go to work, get your shit done, go to work. You go to work, whether you're sick, you're whatever, you work, 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 work. And me as a Gen X, I'm like, the millennials taught us one good thing. And I'm sorry, millennials, one good thing. And that is you get breaks. Your work is not everything. You don't have to work yourself to death. If you died on your production room floor, they would move you aside and continue with production. Like they might shut down for the half an hour it takes for paramedics to come and move your ass out of there. Everything moves on. Everything continues to go. So you shouldn't have to work yourself to death for somebody else's dollar. Fuck that. So if I ever have to go back out into the work world, my Gen X ass is gonna instantly switch to millennial and be like, I'm sorry, I need some more breaks. Oh, and by the way, you cannot fire me due to the fact I have ADHD and autism.
I'm not gonna lie though, I'm a millennial and I would work right through my breaks if I could. It could be just how I'm raised too. Like I was
I
raised,
was totally, well, me, it's tricky. I can't say I was raised that way. I was raised once I married my husband. And I say raised because I was 16 when I got married. So don't come at me with he's not controlling. But he was raised with a very strong work ethic. So
yes.
that's where I learned my work ethic, was what that whole little circle there went for me to explain. That my work ethic that I got from him, not from my parents. I just didn't. So that side of me is like, absolutely, you work hard, you do 110%, all that. the lazy 46-year-old side of me is like, hell no. I
Yeah.
like what the millennials taught us. And
Well, like
I just
nowadays,
don't want to work that hard.
I'm like, oh, I'm too old for this shit. Just, give me that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But back in the day, it could have just been how I was raised. I was like, no, no, I.
Yeah. I mean, I was married when I got my first job. So I was very much you put in 110%, you work, it doesn't matter if you're sick. I was literally dying and still working. Like before I had the my life-saving surgery, I was working up until the day of my surgery because I mean we were young and parents and didn't have a lot of money. So that's what we did to survive. I don't need to do that now.
Like
So
I worked right up until the day I had my daughter.
yeah,
Literally 12 hours later, I had her.
yeah,
And I was like, no, no, we're working. Let's keep going.
right.
But I was also like, okay, now I need my breaks. Like I am too old for this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my job now, I put in everything into that because it's my business and I love what I do. I'm talking if I have to go outside and work for somebody else, now I become a millennial and my lazy ass wants my goddamn breaks. Sorry. Who's that? Oh, I interrupted Sophia. I'm sorry,
No,
Sophia.
it's okay. If you're feeling overwhelmed, try doing a little bit of let them theory. It can help a lot. Letting things go and not getting worked up about other people. Focus on you more. Don't waste time worrying about others that are not important. A coworker being bitchy, a client being rude, the receptionist at the dentist's office seeming to give dirty looks or whatever, those don't matter. Not letting others ruin our day by their dumb actions takes a huge weight off your day. Chances are their actions had nothing to do with you anyways. Try asking for what you need. If you need help cleaning the house, don't wait for someone to notice things need doing. No one ever will. Ask for help. If you need help at work, ask for it. If you need some time with a friend, ask them. You can't assume other people know what you need. Accept that sometimes you just have a rough day and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Some days are just going to be rough. That's what makes the good days good.
I'm gonna say I have seen a whole lot of bitching on Facebook about people saying, "Why does my husband never help around the house?" Blah blah blah. Like this, I'm always like, did you ask? Did you ask them for help? And then they're like, I shouldn't have to ask. They know that dishes need doing. They don't. They do, but they don't. They're dumb. And I don't mean that to be mean to men. I don't. But they don't take the initiative, right? They get like when the floor needs vacuuming, 99% of men are not going to go, "Oh, looks like the floor's dirty. Let me just get the vacuum." They're not. But if you say, "Hey, would you mind vacuuming?" Normally they will. I mean, unless you're married to a pretty mean jackass, then they're gonna vacuum, right? Like you just you have to ask. You can't assume that they know that shit needs doing. They don't get it. I I played this game. It's not really a game with my husband and my son. One of my pet peeves is that they leave their empty cans everywhere. And it drives me fucking crazy. It drives me nuts. And I was like, you know what? I'm not moving this shit. I've had enough. They're gonna see all these cans here and they're gonna start moving it themselves. That I just gotta stop doing it for them. Well, they didn't. The cans stayed there and they just kept adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. And I was like, one of these days, man, they're gonna move those cans. They didn't. I was like, how is this not driving you crazy? And they're like, oh, we'll get to it. I'm like, what do you mean you'll get to it? They're like, there's no, you don't literally do not have any more space to put a can,
My family's the exact same.
right? And
Yeah,
I'm like,
exact same.
yeah. And I was just, they're like, well, if it bothers you so much, just tell us. Like, why should I have to tell you? You have to. You have to tell them. If you want shit moved, you have to tell them. There's a really funny reel. It's called the Magic Coffee Table. Look it up. It's fucking hilarious. And it explains men to a T. You guys have seen it, right? It's been around forever.
No.
No, I've never seen
No.
it. I've never even heard of it.
No, it is really funny, but it is do you want me to I'll explain it. I can't just leave it at that. I'm going to need to explain it. So there's this reel where this woman basically loses her shit on her husband because or boyfriend or whatever because this coffee table is full of shit. And she's like, she's Australian, so I think the accent makes it even funnier. And she's like, "Can't you see that doing laundry and cleaning and you could at least move all your stuff off the coffee table?" And he goes, "No, no, no. Hey, let me show you a trick." And he's like, "Put that basket of laundry on the magic coffee table." She's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, I'm serious. This coffee table is magic. Whatever you put on there is gone in the morning." She's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, I've tested it. I've gone for weeks just letting it pile up, leaving stuff on there. It disappears." And she's like, "What the fuck?" And she walks out the door. So the next thing, the cops are there, and he's like, "Yeah, I she's missing. I don't know. I don't know where she is. I've looked." And he's like, "Oh, I bet she fell on the magic coffee table." And there's a guy cop and a girl cop, and the girl cop is like, "The magic coffee table? What are you talking about?" And so he explains the whole thing to the cops, and the guy cop goes, "He's right, Sarge. I have one at my house." Which probably isn't as funny when I'm explaining it, but obviously it's the woman that's clearing off the coffee table, right? So, and these men are like, "No, you just leave shit on there and it goes." So I sent this to my husband and my son, and I was like, hoping they're gonna see it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I get it." And they're like, they reply, "We have one at our house too." I said, "Motherfuckers!" I'm like, that was not what you were supposed to take from that. But yeah, they were just kidding. But no, they honestly, guys don't notice. So you have to tell them. You have to be like, "Hey, I need your help. I need whatever." Like if you can't assume, even like coworkers, even other females, especially as autistic folks, we don't understand stuff like that. You have to literally tell us. And I mean literally because you have to say exactly what you want done. You got to be really literal. "This is what I need you to do." That's the only way people will help you. You just have to ask them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the small daily acts of self-care are important, but so are the bigger ones. It's important to take time to yourself, whether that's alone time or going out with your husband or partner or girls' night, whatever that looks like for you. I know for some people it feels hard to leave kids or you don't have babysitters, so you may need to get creative. When the kids go to bed, make sure to spend some time doing something for yourself. Take a long bath, read a book, knit, anything that is just for you. If childcare isn't an issue, I highly recommend getting out of your house once a week for something you enjoy. I joined a darts league, so basically it's one night a week that I have to be there because I don't want to let my team down. I also want to get the fuck out of my house one night a week just for something fun, right? So if you have to be there, then it kind of forces you to do that.
Going out with friends is important for your mental health as well as important self-care practice. It gives you a chance to engage in healthy socializing, talk things out, releases stress, and gives you a healthy dose of dopamine. Find activities you can try like a poetry class or an axe throwing. Learning new skills is important for your intellectual well-being and to mention fun.
And
All right.
not to mention fun.
Oh.
Yeah,
My eyes are starting to go blurry.
And that
fun.
was pottery class.
I
not
know!
Poetry.
Oh.
I'm like, "Oh, we're going to poetry classes."
I was gonna say I do not recommend that.
I think we should just finish this off with what all of us do.
That's what I was gonna suggest.
Oh, yay!
Great minds think alike.
They do.
Okay.
Who's first? Joanne, you go first.
Okay, so as someone that has older kids, I get to do a lot of self-care because my youngest is 25. He does not need his mommy around. So my time is my time. I mean, I try and spend time with my husband and kids, but I do like spending a lot of time going out with friends, paddleboarding, going on vacation with my friends. I went away 3 times last year. with friends.
Not your husband.
Not my husband. In fact, so my husband and I are going away in November to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary. And we just realized, and I'm like, it's great. We've gone away every year pretty much. And I'm like, well, maybe not together. It's been 7 years since we've taken a vacation together. He and I have both traveled every year separately, which and it's not that we don't want to travel together or that we wouldn't travel together. Obviously, we're married, we love each other. We just like our space.
Yeah.
And doing things like so he likes to go to Vegas. Don't get me wrong, so do I. I went twice this year without him. But he likes to go for SEMA, which is like a big car show. So he goes and our son go, or him and his dad, or the three of them, whatever, they go together. And I like to go, and I did the half marathon in February last year in Vegas with a friend. And then I went to Mexico with my sister for a week in the summer. And then another friend and I went to Vegas in September for the Pink concert. And then I'm going to Vegas again in January with a friend to see the Backstreet Boys. But honestly, taking vacations with friends, it's great. It's so amazing.
So that's your self-care.
Yeah. Spend as
Yeah.
much time by myself doing what I want and then go on vacations with friends. I am such a cunt. It sounds so bad.
No, you're not. It's fine.
I just, when your kids are older, like old, and don't need, like, moved out of the house, that type of older, your time is all yours again. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's, you got more money than anyway when your kids are gone, right? Like, so you just, I don't know. I feel like you sacrifice so much as a mom when your kids are young and you don't, I mean, I still did me stuff when my kids were young. A lot of the me stuff, my poor kids got dragged along with me because my husband used to work a lot because we were so young when we had kids. So he worked a lot. My in-laws were so great. They used to take our kids all the time. They were awesome. So I did still get to go out often, not as often now, and obviously no vacations and stuff, but a lot of time if I wanted to go see movies, nice thing about having kids so young is and being an immature person myself, the movies I wanted to go see a lot of times were like Harry Potter and Transformers, and so I would take my kids with me because they were boys, why wouldn't they? Right? So it was still me time, but the kids were there. But it's not quite the same as now.
Yeah.
Now it's better. The me time, again, I'm a cunt. The me time is better now, not having, being able to do just for me. For you guys, it's going to be different, right? And Sophia, it's going to be different for you than it is for Cash because your guys' kids are different ages, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I look like a right selfish cunt. One of you guys can go and look nice and normal.
Okay, who's next? Cash?
So I put a lot of my kids first in the first 5 years, so I did nothing for myself. But I really do like going to the gym. That 1 day a week, like Joanne said, I have to show up. I pay her to kick my ass, so I gotta show up to there. And then I'm just learning now to kind of find my niche. So we're going to a book signing in October where you have to dress up like someone from a book.
That's so cool. Where are you going to that?
Red Deer.
Nice. Do you know who's the author? Sorry.
I actually don't. I have one of her books on my Instagram. I'd have to look her up, but
Nice.
with doing things like that, or like I went to play Activate, kind of just getting out, going paddle boarding with you, even though I don't do very well yet.
You're going to come again and I'm going to get you standing up.
I will, but I'm going to be buying my own this time.
What do you mean?
I'm going to buy my own paddleboard.
Oh, gotcha.
So that way I can get used to one paddleboard, not like 5 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
My body's not ready for that.
Honestly, it's just nice having your own.
Yeah, maybe I'll buy one next summer.
Yes! Yay!
Well, see.
No, you said it on
You're
here.
not videoing me, though.
That's
We are
fine.
not doing that.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just so excited that you will come out with us.
Because maybe I need a little bit of self-care.
Honestly, it is so important. And it's hard. I have been there at the stages you guys are at. So, I mean, I joke about how much I love, not that I'm joking that I love it. I absolutely love it. But I understand when your kids need you at home, it's a lot harder to take that time. So I totally get that. But it is still so important. It's almost more important. For me now, my whole day is mine. Like when I'm working, obviously not, but even then, I decide what we do during the day. So I can self-care at any point in my day, which it sucks at the time when you have the most time for self-care is when you don't need it as much. You need it more when you're full-time mom with younger kids or even like 12 and 15, 16. I was trying to remember the ages of your kids. I'm so sorry. But like
Yeah,
at those
12 and
ages,
16.
fuck, that can be brutal, right? And, like you need that's when you really need the time for self-care, and that's when you don't have it. So you almost like save up all that like need. You get to do the little small ones, like in your stages, and then you finally get to break free at my stage, and then it's amazing.
I don't know. So I have a 19-year-old son and he's pretty needy. So like even tonight he's like, "Can we go to Adrenaline?" And I'm like, okay. So one night I don't have anything, right? Like, okay, let's go.
Do you go and do it with him? I don't know what that is,
Oh,
but
Adrenaline, it's just a hockey store. He needed to buy new hockey gloves. So
so that's when you're like, you can. I'm a
I
bitch.
know, but you
You're a
know what?
much better mom that way.
He likes to hang out with me, right? He likes
Yeah.
to go shopping with me. He likes to do those things with me. So, and he kind of waits for me to have a free moment.
Yeah. Don't get
do
me
those
wrong. If one of my kids right now said, "Hey mom, can you come to this store with me?" I would fucking drop everything
Yeah, and
and
that's
go,
what I do,
right?
right?
So I
Yeah.
totally get where you're at. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I do, right? Or he's like, "Come watch me play hockey tonight." So I will always go, right?
Yeah. 100%.
So even though yes, I do have older kids, but they're very needy, high maintenance kids that always need their mom.
And honestly, we do that to ourselves, right?
We do.
And then we're like, "Oh, you're so needy," but then we made you that way. Like,
Yeah, pretty
and we
much.
love
I
it.
made them. Yeah, I made
Yeah.
them that way.
And
Yeah.
we love it, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time my oldest had to go clothes shopping. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'll go with you. When do you want to go?" He's like, "I'm good." I'm like, what do you mean?" He's like, "Well, I have a car. I can take myself." I'm like, but what do you mean?" I'm like, "How do you know what to buy?" He's like, "Mom, I'm 16. I can do it by myself." And I'm like, "But are you sure? Do you need me to pay for it? I'll come and I'll buy it all." And he's like, "I have a job. I can buy it myself." I'm like, and I was so proud. Don't get me wrong. I was so proud of him, but I was dying inside because I'm like, it was like the first main step.
It's
That
really
he-
hard.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really
We're going to
hard.
do a whole episode on,
Like we want them to be independent, but then when they become independent, we're like, "Whoa, back up,
yeah,
kid." Like,
right? Yeah.
we're not ready for that yet.
Yeah. I think we're going to
Yeah.
do a whole episode on that because I remember hearing all the time, "Oh, this stage is the hardest," when they were like going through their terrible twos. And I was like, "Oh, fuck. Okay, this is the hardest." And then they started school and they hit that know-it-all stage, and people would be like, "This is the hardest." I'm like, "Oh, fuck. This is even harder than that." Okay, got it. This is the hardest. Y'all fucking lied. That's not the hardest. Teenage, not the hardest. It's when they move out or they
Yeah.
get married and they don't need mom anymore. That's
Yeah.
the hardest.
That's the hardest.
Yeah. Y'all fucking lied. I'm just telling, just saying,
Yeah.
y'all lied.
Those were like the best days.
Yeah.
And then they grew up.
Right.
That was the hardest. That is the hardest. It's
Yeah. And then people always
really
say,
sad.
"Why do you still work with little kids?" I'm like, "Because mine fucking grew up, okay? Leave me
Yeah.
alone. I'm hugging this one."
when they come over and they give me a hug and they're like, I love you. I'm like, oh my God, I love you too. Like, that's why.
So
Yeah.
fun.
Sorry, I totally hijacked your whole. Okay, continue.
Cash, were you
I
done
need
or
a
were
gag.
you?
Yeah, no, we're good. Go ahead.
So for self-care, I just do the little things. Like I get pedicures done, I get my nails done, I get my hair done, I get my lashes done. Uh, that's about it.
Do you know
But
what
it's
though? Those
still
are
me
so
time.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still me time and it's little things that make me feel good about myself, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's, yeah, I always feel like frumpy mom, and those things kind of help me feel like a non-frumpy mom because I'm so busy with my kids,
Yeah.
right? Yes, they're older, like my daughter's 12, but she plays hockey and I am running around this whole city every single night getting her to practices and games, and it's a lot.
That is,
I spent, I'm not even kidding, 3 hours at the rink last night. 3 hours,
oh my, what did you do? Like, what did
right?
you do while you were there? Like, did you just sit and watch them play hockey for 3 hours or
Well,
practice or
for
whatever?
the well, so she had like a team meeting, and then yeah, she had a practice after that, and I sat and watched the practice. We just kind of hang out with the other parents and chat, but still, it was 3 hours that
And
I,
you can't even drink because they can't drive you home.
well, yeah, because I can't drink and drive,
That's what I mean.
so
Like, your kids aren't
yeah,
old enough and
yeah.
they can't drive you
Right?
home.
So
It's
you
like, damn
just
it.
kind of like, yeah, you just hang out and it's, yeah, super busy. So doing
Yeah.
those little things really help make me feel like a non-frumpy mom.
Well, and I mean, when you get your hair done, they're not with you at the hair appointment, I assume,
So
right? So you
yeah,
get
they
to.
are.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, about that. No, my best friend, she's a hairstylist and she does my hair, so I go to her house and I get it done. And then my daughter always needs a trim, so she comes with me, right? Or my son needs a trim and he comes with me.
Right.
So I always have a kid there with me because she's got kids too that they hang out with. So
Oh, that's not so bad then.
yeah, and yeah, but when I get my nails done and my pedicures and my lashes, I have like a nice little nap when I get my lashes done because I fall asleep because my eyes are closed.
Oh, I
But
I could not imagine like your lashes look so big. Like they look beautiful. They look so big and like full. I'm like, man, how does that not make your eyes tired? This is from someone that gets tired putting on mascara. So I'm not, I am not,
I don't even notice
but
them
I always
there.
think they look so cool and I would look ridiculous if I did it because I,
No, you wouldn't. I thought that too. But so I started getting them done during COVID because I used to wear makeup all the time. And then when COVID happened and we had to wear masks, I stopped wearing makeup because the makeup would get all over my mask,
right.
right? So then I'm like, well, maybe I can just get my lashes done and it kind of looks like I'm wearing makeup, but I'm not wearing makeup. So then I started getting my lashes done and I swear I never wear makeup anymore,
Huh.
ever.
See, I've never worn
So
makeup really anyway. Like
yeah,
not daily. Like,
I used to wear makeup all the time. That kind of gives you that makeup look without
yeah.
putting all that shit on your face, right?
I had my lashes done, but I think she had them too long because they would move in the wind and it would
Oh
drive me nuts.
Mine
my God.
don't move in the wind.
And then everyone would look at me and be like, "What'd you do to your eyes?" And I was like, I was just like a model for her, but I was like, they would be cool if they were like shorter and like not as
Yeah.
prominent. Like yours suit your eyes.
Yeah, yours always look really
Mine,
good.
like I would feel them every time the wind would blow. I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
I thought they were terrible before I started getting them done. I'm like, who would, like, you look like you have caterpillars on your eyes. You know? Like, who would do that? And then
Oh,
I started doing it.
I can't. I am frumpy mom.
Yeah.
I'm train wreck mom, so I get it.
I'm just a really busy mom that needs these things to not feel frumpy mom.
I think we all need something, right? Like I used to have black hair, like jet black hair, and I loved it. until I started going gray. And then
Gray,
it was
yeah.
so much work.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go lighter. And my friend at the time was like, you should go blonde. You should go blonde. I'm like, I'm not going blonde. I'm like, I will not look good as a blonde. And she's like, go blonde, go blonde. And I'm like, let's try. It's going to take months to go from jet black to like blonde. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not going bleach blonde. I don't care what you say. I'm not going bleach blonde. Well, hello. Guess who went bleach blonde and absolutely loved it. And it was like a transformation for me. And I was like, everything felt like it looked better. Whether it's probably just in my head, but I'm like, even when I'm like dressed like a slob, I don't feel like a slob because I have blonde hair. Which is so dumb, but it's just that's the way my brain works. So I'm like, that's my way of like feeling non-frumpy. I know I'm frumpy because I like to wear sweats and like athletic type clothing. That's just, I'm a jock. I've always been a jock or a tomboy. People hate my husband. When I say people, I mean my husband is not a fan of my closet, my fashion wear. Because short shorts, long shirts, like he's like, you are not a teenager. I'm like, I'm gonna wear this shit till I die. I will be 90 in my Adidas shorts, okay? Don't care. And he's like, oh dear God. But I am just that person. But I'm like, so I do dress frumpy or like lazy or whatever you want to call it. But I'm like, it all looks okay because I have blonde hair. Whether that's true or not, probably not. But we all have those things that make us feel good, right?
Yeah.
I have a tea every morning. I don't drink coffee. Surprisingly, I don't drink coffee. Drinking that tea by myself, like when the house is quiet with my dogs, that's self-care, right? Like all the little rituals that we do, the little things that, like I've tried to do a friend of mine was saying, she's like, well, what's your facial routine? I'm like, what's that? And she's like, come on, like when you go to bed, what do you do? I'm like, brush my teeth and then go to bed. She's like, no, but what do you do to your face? I'm like, I say, goodnight face. I don't know what you're talking about. she's like, well, do you wash your face before you go to bed? I'm like, why? I don't wear makeup. She's like, the daily germs. I'm like, sometimes when my face feels greasy, I take my shirt and I go like this. I'm like,
do that too.
Right? I'm like, I know what to tell you.
I do that too. I do that all the time.
Right?
I'm terrible for washing my face.
Yeah, she's like, well, you've got to have a good facial routine. And I'm like, that seems like a lot of work. And I'm like, hey, well, what's your facial routine? Can I do the same one? So she went through, like, she was great. She went through her whole facial routine. I'm like, I'm on it. So I go on Amazon and I'm like, buy. The whole way down the list. It was like, I don't know, I think there's like 6 or 7 steps to this facial routine. And I'm like, I am on it. Okay. I've got this little thing with all my like facial doohickey, creamy, weird shit. The whole thing. I bought these little face cloths and I'm like, every night. And my husband's like, why did you waste your money on that? I'm like, hey, I'm aging. It's time for me to take care of my skin. He's like, yeah, but why did you buy it all? You know you're not going to do. I'm like, I am going to do this every night from now on. How many nights do you think I did it for?
No.
2.
3.
I was close.
That was
pretty. You know what's pretty sad is my daughter but she's at 12 years old. She
Yeah.
has a better face routine at bedtime than I do. She
it's
brushes
so much
her
work.
teeth, washes her face, puts her lotion on. She does it all. And she's like, are you going to do it, Mom? I'm like, fuck no, I'm in bed.
Right?
Like, are you crazy? Who does that?
Right? I
The
mean,
most I do is water on your face in the shower. That's it.
yeah, when I shower, I wash my face. And if I
don't
wore
even
makeup,
use
I wash
anything.
my face off.
I don't
Yeah.
even use any soap or anything. It's literally just water on my face and I'm done.
Oh no, I have a shower face routine.
Oh, I have the poofy thing, and I put the body wash on.
Not
And-
on your face though.
Fuck yeah, I do. I'm like, there she
Oh my
goes.
God.
I'm like, what's the difference? If it's good for your ass, it's good for your face. And I do put moisturizer on after a shower. But I mean, look, I spent $600 on all the face shit. that she suggested. And I used it 3 fucking times, man.
Oh my God. How
Like,
long ago was that?
this is probably a year ago.
Is it good stuff?
I mean, I used it 3 times. Nothing looked different.
Do you still have it?
No.
No.
Actually, okay, I have one thing, and it was the moisturizer. That was okay. I was like, man, this shit's taking up room on my counter. And I also didn't want my husband to know that I didn't use it. So I was like, well, this stuff's empty. Throw it all out. But I'm like, I don't know. Does it really make a difference? Is it going to stop my aging? Is it going to stop my wrinkles? I don't know. I'll tell you what I do, though. I go in the sun and I get a suntan. And so when I'm tanned, I'm like, I look so pretty. And then winter comes and I'm like, fuck off. Don't look at me. I'm all pale. Yeah,
Oh, it's so funny.
lotion, that's about it. Like moisturizer. I could totally spend an hour doing a facial routine. I just don't want to. I don't. I mean, it's not going to stop aging.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard at night. I'm like, ugh, washing my face at night is, yeah, it's a lot.
And then it runs down your arms
Yeah.
and it makes a big mess on the counter.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? How do you wash your face without it going? Like, you can't.
No, you can't.
And I Googled it and they're like, you wear these little things on your wrists and they collect the fuck off.
Yeah, my daughter has those too. I'm like, it's funny that you said that because I saw them in the bathroom and I'm like, I wonder what she uses those for. And yeah, now I know.
Yeah. I got this thing that I put around like to protect my hair. So it's like this headband and you put it around and it's like a towel
Yeah,
material, right?
she does that too.
And it had this big fucking bow on it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, cut that shit off. 'Cause that's fucking, I'm not wearing this with a bow on it. It's bad enough that it's pink. So I took it off. And then later I discovered that bow is what you're meant to tuck your hair in. I
Oh.
was like, oh, that's convenient. Too bad it's gone. No, I just can't. I can't without like makeup is really hard. There's so many colors. So when my son got married a couple of years ago, I went to Shoppers. I'm sorry, lady here at Shoppers. I need to buy some makeup. And she's like, oh, what kind? What do you? And I'm like face stuff. And she's like, yeah, okay, but like what? Like which one specifically? I'm like, the stuff for your face. I'm like, I don't know what it's called. The stuff I wanted to go all over my face. It's for a wedding. She's like, okay, well, what do you have right now? I'm like, moisturizer. She's like, do you have any makeup type thing? I'm like, I have chapstick. She's like, okay, so we're starting over. I'm like, uh-huh. I'm like, blank canvas. And she's like, what color palette do you like? I'm like, I like red. She's like lipstick? I'm like, oh God, no. And she's like, but what is your color palette? I'm like, I like red and I wear black. She's like, no, for your face. I'm like, fuck, I don't know. She's like, what color is your dress? I'm like, red. And she's like, okay, we'll go with that. And she's like, do you want like, and she's asking, I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'm like, basically, I'm holding this basket. I need you to take the shit off the shelf, put it in the basket, and then I will go pay for it. I'm like, but if you could make sure it's the right color for the face. She's like, Jesus Christ. And she was so good. She was so good because I'm just like, I don't know. And she's like, can you do eyeliner? I'm like, that's the thing for your eyelash. She's like, nope. I'm like, then nope. like, do you want a makeup tutorial? I'm like, is that what you show me where shit goes? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yes, please. So she's like, okay. You come sit in the chair. I'm gonna do it your face for you. I'm like, okay, I need you to go slow. And I need you to write this shit down because, or I can record you, whatever, but I need to remember this stuff. So she went through the whole thing and I'm like, okay, I think I got it. So I spent a few days at home practicing. I cannot do eyeliner at all. I got a pencil and like a felt tip, like a marker. No, not good, either one. So I got like powder and all this shit and like eyeshadow and shit. And I'm like, I nailed it. I'm gonna do so good. I was telling my friends, the one friend is like,
oh, people don't wear face powder anymore at our age. I'm like, what the fuck? I just got 3 things of it. The Shoppers Drug Mart lady. Only it's the right color. And she's like, oh, well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm like, okay. And then I got this eyeshadow and she's like, oh, I'm like, fuck off, bitch. I can't. I'm like, I bought 3 trays of eye powder shit. I'm like, I can't. She's like, I'm sure it'll be fine. I still wear it. If I need to wear makeup, I nailed it. That's still what I wear. The same stuff. That's it. I'm like, I can't. She's like, next time you should go to, what's it called?
Sephora.
Yeah. I always want to call it Zebra. But I know that's not what it's called, but I can't remember. I'm like, she's like, you should go there. I'm like, that store terrifies me. I've been in it, friends, and I get lost, and I don't like it. She's like, well, they'll teach you how to do everything. I'm like, mm. It's so overwhelming and scary, and like, there's so much stuff there. And my one friend, she was like, once you go there, you're gonna fall in love with it, and you're just gonna buy all the shit. I'm like, no,
No.
no, I will not. If someone came and did my makeup for me, I'd be fine. I'm not doing that shit myself. It's a lot of work. And then, not only do you spend all that work putting it on, do you know how hard that shit is to get off? God damn!
You actually have to wash your face.
Right?
And we don't have time for that.
Right? And you don't even just wash it one time. In my basket from Shoppers, because I was like, wait, how do you get it all off? And she's like, well, I'll put that stuff in your basket. I'm like, got it. There's 3 different things, and there's like baby wipes that are for like your face. Do not use them anywhere else. They're not meant for that. And yes, it burns. Don't use it anywhere else. Because it's not the same. You're welcome. It is so hard to get it off. And the like eyelashes, the mascara, that shit stays on forever, man. And then it goes like here, and it stays there forever too. It's so hard to get all that off. So hard. So that is not self-care for me. That is self-torture for me. I did discover tinted moisturizer that I like, that I'm okay with. Although I am thinking of just going to a tanning salon and keeping a tan forever.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because when you have tanned, you don't necessarily need makeup. Although I did have makeup on for our photo shoot. Did you guys notice that? You didn't, did you? Because it was discreet. I'm sorry. Oh, I did do the self-care with my toenails and got my toe infection.
So, and you have to take care of it.
That is not going so well.
So you're not doing self-care with your toe then. Okay.
So what I have done to my toe, I don't think there's infection in there anymore, but I'm missing a few layers of skin. Apparently, you do not just cover the toe in the cream and let it sit there. You don't wait and read the instructions 2 weeks later. That's a no-go. You read those first.
Didn't you learn that with the paddleboard?
No, you would think, right? You would think. No, I just covered it. I'm like, let's get rid of this shit faster. So I covered the toe, and now it's missing layers of skin. But good side, the infection probably left with the skin. So there's that. I'm not good with the self-care shit. With that kind of shit. I'm just not good with it. I'm so bad. And I'm like, that looks funny on this other toe. So now I've been putting it on my other toes. Yep. I'm sorry. That's it for Moms on Mics this week.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Moms on Mics Podcast, on TikTok at Moms on Mics, and join our Facebook group, Moms on Mics.
If anyone has any topics you want us to cover, or if you have any questions or suggestions, you can email us at momsonmics@gmail.com or submit through our website, momsonmics.com.
We would also appreciate it if you could rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening on. It really helps the podcast move up on their charts so it gets more exposure. Hope you join us again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.